Good evening everyone and welcome to Gundam News. And the big news this week is without a doubt the information we got on Cucuruz Doan's Island, the movie. A name that in recent years has definitely gotten a more positive meaning. Like, I remember back in the day when I got into Gundam, the episode, like episode 15 I think it was, of Cucuruz Doan's Island was like this mysterious lost episode that even the creator himself, Yoshiyuki Tomino, wanted you to forget about. And now the damn thing has been popping up all over the place to the point that it even got its own damn movie, which will be releasing in early summer of 2022. And in a somewhat surprising fashion, both the promotional image and the trailer that they showed us now show us very clearly that this movie is going to be set in the Origin universe. And now, if you're wondering why I said that this is surprising, well, while I did expect that it was going to be in the Origin universe, like with the manga and whatnot, the thing is that up to this point, Gundam and Sunrise have seemed to have made it a point to explicitly mark things from the Origin as being from the Origin. Like, for example, the Cucuruz Doan's Island manga is called Mobile Suit Gundam The Origin, MSD Cucuruz Doan's Island. And the model kit line is also distinctly called High Grade The Origin instead of High Grade Universal Century. But regardless, the two dead giveaways that this is definitely from the Origin is one, the animation style with its heavy use of 3D and quite distinct character designs, although the 3D animation now does have a more 2D feel to it. And then two, the Gundam is the RX-7802, the Origin version, as opposed to the RX-78-2, which is the mainline Gundam. And you can easily tell this by, one, the shoulders are different, like different shoulder armor and different pods like next to the collar, and the most telltale sign is of course the fact that it just says RX-7802 on the thing itself. But talking about the animation style, the 3D animation for the Gundam does definitely feel way more anime, like 2D anime, as opposed to the 3D that we've seen so far in the Origin series. Now, I'll be honest, I was never too big of a fan of the animation style where they mix like the 2D with the 3D in the Origin, but this definitely looks really good, and I really think this kind of cel-shaded look is going to make the movie feel more whole, in a way, like one thing. One final thing I gotta say though is that this screenshot in particular kinda makes me feel like it's part of like a Tales video game. Like, all you need is a user interface, and I think you could actually trick people into believing that this is a screenshot from an upcoming third-person Gundam game as opposed to an upcoming animated movie. As what actually happens in the trailer then, not all that much. We see the wide base chilling next to one of its sister ships. The Gundam lands on the island, and there's a Gunpla also flying around. Now, if you want to watch that trailer yourself, I will have it linked down below, but at the moment of writing, it is only available in Japan. But fear not, because NordVPN is here. Whether you need region-specific content unlocked or you want to secure your online browsing experience, NordVPN has your back. And if you use my link in the description down below or the code KKRT, you will get a special discount and you'll also be supporting the channel. Also, you can watch the 1 hour long special announcement of Gundam Song cover nights from Miss Hiroko Moriguchi. And if you just want to listen to the songs that she's coming out with, some friendly folks have posted timestamps in the comments. And I would say that it is definitely worth checking out or buying the CDs. Those are some really good songs, as always. For those out of the loop, Miss Moriguchi has been doing Gundam covers for a while now, and she's now coming up with a third volume that will also have a limited edition set with a Gunpla that was voted on by the fans, which I covered quite a while back now. And the result was this very cool high-grade Revive Zeta Gundam. So for 3,300 yen, 30 US, you'll get the CD with the following song covers: Tobe Gundam, the original Gundam's opening, Cross of Sand, the ending of the first Gundam movie, beginning from the third Gundam movie, Beyond the Time from Char's Counterattack, Stand Up to the Victory from Victory Gundam, With Much Love Once More from Victory Gundam, the Turn A opening, River and Meteor from Gundam Seed, the Reconquista Inji ending, and finally a Zeta Gundam medley. Then for 4,400 yen, 40 US, you can either get the CD in a LP-sized jacket with booklet and sticker, or you can get the CD with a Blu-ray that has music videos on it. And then for 8,800 yen, 75 US, you can get the CD, the Blu-ray, and of course the high-grade Zeta Gundam version Hiroko Moriguchi. So you can listen to her songs while you're building your Zeta Gundam. And if building isn't your thing, we also got the final details for the Metal Robot Damashii Rigazzi Custom. Pre-orders opened last week Friday, and for 15,950 yen, 140 US, this AK-47 wielding machine can be yours in May. And with this announcement, they've also, of course, released more pictures, like the Rigazzi Custom in its transformed state, using the nose cone cannon in mobile suit mode, which is a figure-specific feature that they added. That's apparently not something it should be able to do, but it definitely looks really nice, and just having it chilling on its custom display base. Then, next up was the announcement for FW Gundam Converge 10th Anniversary Selection 2, which will be releasing in May of next year. The figures are 550 yen a pop, 5 US, or you can buy a 10 set for 5,500 yen, 50 US on various online websites like Hobbling Japan, which I will of course have linked down below. And as you can see, included in the lineup are Gundam Unit 1 Full Burnian, the Agai which comes with an extended claw, the always bulky Zaku 3, Custom, which comes with a beam rifle, the always bulky Zaku 3, Custom Psycho Pressure version, which comes with a beam saber, the Gundam Heavy Arms Kai Endless Waltz version, Revive version, which comes with a regular head and clown mask head, and also regular hands and holding hands for the twin beam Gatlings. And then finally we've got the new Gundam, which comes both with a beam rifle and a beam saber. Of course, each figure will also come with a soda-flavored piece of chewing gum, because why not? And for anyone then who missed out on the first release of the RAHDX Sayla mask, she'll be having a reprint in late December, which should be any day now. So for anyone who wants one, there is still time, and I will have a link down below to her pre-order, which, I mean, by the time this video goes live, that might actually be up for sale, so hurry up. And since we're on the topic of statues, the full-scale new Gundam statue in Fukuoka has just had its head mounting ceremony completed after being blessed by a priest. Nice. As for the Gundam gaming news then, if you got Super Robot Wars 30th, you got a free update yesterday, which includes a new mission and a new character. And you also got early access to the second DLC pack, which includes units from Iron-Blooded Orphans, Ultraman and Super Robot Wars Originals, as well as extra missions and BGMs to go along with them. UC Engage then also got a few new events, so you can get your hands on Amuro and his Gundam, the Origin version, and Char and his Zaku, also the Origin version. And to promote this, they released a new promotional video showing off the new event, as well as a new cutscene where we see Char and Amuro fighting. And then with the Christmas season coming, Namco is of course having sales all across the board for a variety of their games like Code Fairy, SD Gundam Cross Race, and Tales of Arise. And even though in the promotional picture they only show PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and Nintendo Switch, they're also on sale on Steam. As for the other stuff you could get this week then, over at the Gundam base, sales started for the Master Grade Wing Gundam Zero Endless Waltz version Kotoki clear color version for 6,050 yen or 55 US. And for once, there's actually a distinct difference between the clear color version and the normal version. Rather than coming with the usual black action base, it comes with a blue action base. Also, for some reason, it's not clear, like literally the one part of this kit that I think would have actually benefited from being clear. Like, you see clear blue action bases advertised so often as like perfect for displaying your mobile suit as if it's flying, like the blue signifies like the blue sky. So this would have been perfect with a mobile suit that has a transformation. But whatever. And with the whole recycling thing that's been going on recently, the Gundam base has also begun selling Ecopla again. Available this week were the high-grade Gundam Mark II for 1,047 yen, around 10 US, the high-grade Jim for 734 yen, 7 US, and the high-grade Gu for 838 yen, which is around 8 US. Now, what is important to point out here is that the only difference between these Ecopla and the Ecopla we got way back when is the box. It has a different Ecopla sign on there. Like, the new one is kind of stylized, whereas the old one has like Ecopla inside of a Gunpla runner, which was quite a cool thing indeed. But the important thing is that this means that the Gundam Mark II here and the Goof are the old non-revive version. Now, I love those kits. They're definitely not the best anymore nowadays, especially not the Goof. So they are still worth getting, but be careful because you wouldn't want to buy these expecting to get a really cool black version of the revive versions, only to get a Goof that is essentially a black brick. And then for some reading material, you can get the weekly Mobile Suit Bible featuring the Gundam Bael, the SD Gundam Legend Memorial Book Volume 2, or the Great Mechanics G 2021 Winter Edition featuring a special on the original Gundam, Hathaway's Flash, and more. Then, in other news, Gundam managed to rank 20th in the #Twitter Trend Rewards 2021 thanks to tweets about things like new Gundam anime and the upcoming live-action movie. Then, Ichiban Kuji has announced that they'll be doing yet another Gunpla lottery in early June, and Sunrise has opened their first official online store called the Sunrise Store. Not original, but it works. I'll have it linked down below, but spoiler, it is literally just a section on the premium Bandai website. Shocking, I know. And then what's even more shocking is the Gundam stuff they're selling. An acrylic art panel featuring the Freedom Gundam, the Justice Gundam, and Tori, and another one featuring the Freedom Gundam version GCP overlooking Shanghai. Kira's looking at that city, thinking like, yeah, I'm gonna freedom the hell out of that city. Both panels will set you back 4,730 yen each, around 40 US, and are currently up for pre-order with an April release. And then for some more interesting Gundam accessories, we'll have a look at this week's Gundam apparel. First up is Bancore's last shooting leather accessory project, where you can get the famous image of the RX-78-2's final shot on a variety of leather things. For 18,700 yen, around 160 US, you can get it on a long wallet. For 15,400 yen, 140 US, a bifold wallet. For 12,100 yen, 100 US, a pass and key case. For 9,900 yen, 85 US, a business card case. 11,000 yen, around 95 US. Something that is not in the script, so I'll just have that up here. And then for 8,250 yen, 70 US, a coin case. Pre-orders opened last week Friday, and everything is currently slated for a March release. Then if Xeon is more your thing, Bancore has you covered with their latest Mark X mobile suit lineup. This time featuring Char Aznavour's design with 3 different mobile suit designs inside of that mark. So for 3,300 yen, 30 US, you can get a black t-shirt with Char's Custom Zaku 2 design, a white t-shirt with Char's Custom Zagog design, or a red t-shirt with Char's Custom Gelgoog design. Then for 7,700 yen, 65 US, you can get a hoodie with the same colors and designs, and for 11,000 yen, 95 US, you can get a black jacket with Char's Custom Zaku 2 design. Reservations started on the 22nd, and all of these items will be releasing in February. And then finally from Strict G, we got a collaboration with Pendleton for a variety of items. 14,300 yen, 110 US will get you a fancy tote bag in either off-white with an RX-782 theme or in black with Char's Custom Zaku theme. 9,900 yen, 85 US will get you some gloves in either Earth Federation Red or Xeon Black, and both of them will have a touch panel compatible index and thumb. So that is very important nowadays. And then finally, if you still have some money left, 8,800 yen or 75 US will get you a muffler in either Earth Federation Beige or Xeon Navy. All of the items are currently available as we speak. And with that, it is time to move on to the Gundam Café news. First up, they announced the food items that will be pushed back into service on January the 5th. As you're all probably unfortunately aware of, the Gundam Café is closing its doors in January, so for the occasion, they're bringing back a bunch of the best food items they've served over the years. So from Hathaway's Flash, there is the officer meal Gigi hat at the cafeteria, the cocktail she had in the hotel, the cocktail Hathaway had at the hotel, and the room service meal Hathaway had there. From Double Zeta Gundam then, we have the Granada Specialty Moon Pizza, and I really think I'm starting to appreciate those Lunarians a bit more, because on it, we've got some spring onions, sausages, salami, bacon, mini tomatoes, and various cheeses. I think I'll take 2 of those. And I might just have that with some Char's counterattack inspired scotch and cashews. And for those who want, or have to go the non-alcoholic route, you can replace the whiskey with hazelnut tea. Then there's some more cafeteria meals, courtesy of the Gundam X's Frieden and Reconquista NG's Megafauna, which you can then wash down with some nice desserts. We've got from Victory Gundam the Suzy Parfait, which looks absolutely delicious, the Turn A White Doll Parfait, or you can go for Build Fighter's Bear Guy Sunfloat, and I can tell you from experience that thing was super popular. I've had one, I saw people having them all the time at the Gundam Cafe, and I've also served quite a lot of them there. So yeah, definitely not surprised that that thing is making a return. Then, if you want something to drink, you can get one of the main character-inspired drinks that will come, of course, with one random collectible coaster. And I gotta say, I really do like the aesthetic they've got going on here. And then they also showed us the details for the Gundam Cafe Precious Memories event, featuring the main male cast of Gundam Seed Destiny. And well, you know how these events go by now. Each character gets its own signature drink, signature dish, collectible coasters, and of course, there's things to buy. Except that this time around, they definitely made a mistake in the description of the goods. Now, the image here, this is correct. This has everything listed correctly, but above it, they also have in writing what they're selling. And, well, it lists the characters available as Kiriyamato, Athranzala, so far so good, Kigali Eula Atha, and Lacus Klein. I'll leave it up to you to decide for yourself who is who.
ラクスですわ。ミーヤじゃないわよ。ミーヤじゃ。そっか、ステージ用のメイクなんだね。でもその声は、それは裸でとかしてたので、風邪ひいて喉の調子が。大丈夫？問題ナッシングですわ。
Clearly this is a copy-paste mistake from the other Gundam Seed event that they're having for New Year's. And talking about New Year's, let's have a look at the currently ongoing poll because it asks us what we as Gundam fans are looking forward to the most in the new year. So of course, if you want to vote for it yourself, I will have it linked down below. So far, the results are pretty interesting. All the way in last place with only 8 votes is Mobility Joint Gundam. And if you've already forgotten what this is, it's a series of SD Gundam figures with a focus on mobility. Honestly, I'm really not that surprised that this is all the way back in last place, and not just because I personally don't care about SD Gundam. The thing is just, if you like SD Gundams, there's so many things now to get, so it kind of gets lost in the sea of other SD Gundams, I think. This is then closely followed by the Gundam Game Grand Prix 2022, a Gundam game tournament with 12 votes, and Gundam Evolution with only 15 votes. Like, I wonder if this has to do with Japanese people in general not really being PC gamers, or if this is just one of those things where you're excited about it, but it's just not the thing you're the most excited about. Like, for me, this would be like a third place excitement thing. So I would never vote on it if the poll only asks me to vote on one thing. Then we jump to the Gundam The Origin exhibition with 32 votes, which is currently losing to the new upcoming Gundam 00 theatrical thing. I don't know how to feel about this, so I'm just going to move on to the contest for third place, which is a neck-and-neck race between Cucuruz Doan's Island, the movie, with 102 votes, and the life-size new Gundam with 104 votes. Then in second place, we have the upcoming Iron-Blooded Orphans G anime with 199 votes, and in first place, really not surprising, we have the upcoming Witch of Mercury anime with 364 votes. So honestly, 2 results that I'm totally not surprised by. Iron-Blooded Orphans is still really popular, and when it comes to Witch of Mercury, we just don't know anything about it except the name, the fact that it's coming in 2022, and the fact that it's going to be a TV anime. So it's the perfect recipe for people to get excited about it because everyone is just hoping it's going to be the series that they want it to be. Big fans of UC hope it's going to be a Universal Century. People who are longing for another alternate universe hope it's going to be an alternate universe. So it's definitely something everyone can get excited about. And then there's just the simple fact that it has been quite a while since we got the last major Gundam TV anime. Like, we got Build Divers, but you gotta date it back to Iron-Blooded Orphans, which ended like, what, 4 years ago now? It started 7 years ago, so I think the time is definitely ripe for another main Gundam TV anime. And well, that has been all for this week's Gundam news. For everyone watching, a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. As always, a big thank you to the Patreon supporters. I hope everyone watching has a great evening, and I'll see you all next week with more Gundam news.